What is up, everybody? Today is August 5th, and it's an exciting day because today is the long-awaited EIP 1559 officially going live. A day we've been waiting for forever. So it's awesome to see that. Marky Buns ETH, one of my good friends, announcing it alongside his rebranding. Thought I'd give him a shout out and some love this morning. I think among everything, the fact that we're seeing such a big kind of day for crypto, for Ethereum at least, it makes sense that we see Ethereum ripping. We're up almost at 2,800. I think we were over 2,800 at one point. Up $1,000 over where we were at a low point just weeks ago. If we look at what's happening and why 1559 is so important, the way that it rewards miners, the way that blocks are handled, transaction fees, and predictability for gas fees and transaction fees, it's such an improvement, and it's a quality of life kind of improvement for the use case for Ethereum. It's only going to get better when we see proof of stake go live. I think there's been a lot of analyses around how 1559 plus proof of stake will be like this ultimate halving event where the price of Ethereum is only going to go up. I'm very bullish now that we're starting to see these improvements roll out, that we're going to see a lot of the things that are only going to improve the ecosystem starting to roll out. So, on a non-NFT kind of front, it's a big day. Big things are happening. If you don't understand all of the details on what 1559 is, go and take a glance at that, do your research, understand what it's going to do. I think Ethereum is going to stay high right now. There are probably some people who are going to sell the news, and we'll see what happens here. I am seeing a little bit of weakness this morning from that high run up, but it makes sense. Like from a financial standpoint, like we saw a huge spike. There's going to be a little pullback. The question is, are we going to hold at 2,700, or are we going to come right back to 25? And again, I'll just kind of read through this for some of the points here. It's going to be greater block size. There's going to be improved fee and market efficiency, in transaction throughput, and improved speed for transactions. Also, that miner reward system being changed, and the way prior transactions are prioritized changing as well. So like I said, all things that are good. If you're not happy with the way gas is and the way transactions can take a while, and the number of transactions per block, this is a big step forward. Very exciting. Really quickly, looking at degen data, Mooncats saw the spike up in volume, and average price still high, but volume falling there. I looked at some squiggles this morning. Interesting to see that market over the last month right now and what it looks like. Again, volume down a little bit from that huge spike, but average price still climbing after we had that, where we were from that dip. I think average price is now above 4, and the floor on squiggles is just around 4 right now. One of those things that's just kind of worth looking into. Bored Ape Yacht Club continuing to see higher volume, higher average prices. We're, I think, around 15 right now, which was my predicted number. And I do believe that if we get through 15, I said this yesterday, if we break through 15, I am expecting us to run to 20, which would be just insane. Just wildly insane. That's when I start to kind of say, hey, what does this look like from, is this sustainable? Just remember what happened with the Punks Christie's auction, what those numbers look like. I might be able to pull that up real quick to show, the Punks on the long term, on that long term. I got to remember when that was. We'll just grab this, apply. hopefully it can load all of this. The punks, when we saw Christie's, I want to say it was around April. We did see like a spike in volume, spike in prices. It might have been around this time. We saw a huge spike, prices going up, increased by 100% in volume and in pricing over that week. So we went from the low teens all the way into the mid 20s for our average price. It looks like, and then from there it kind of held, waited for the auction. And again, I got to remember if this is exactly the dates. But we did bleed off after that auction happened. It wasn't like, hey, the auction happened, it's up only. We did see a spike, kind of held there, waiting for the auction. Auction happened, and then prices started to come back. So, might see the same exact thing play out here for the Bored Ape Yacht Club stuff. With that said, quick look at the market. Again, high volume and high prices. Meebits still up only. Regretting selling mine, but had to. Tom Sachs Rocket Factory. You could have got them for 2 ETH and made a rocket. Now, 5 ETH is the minimum. We did see a huge sale roll through yesterday. I can't remember what it was. It was the Apple. Was it the Apple nose cone, or what? It was. We'll have to take a look here. We did see one of the biggest sales. Look at this, Hello Kitty at 17, and just so much volume right here. Looks like we got Nike stuff going for 30 together. Ferrari nose for 19. Another marble for 45, so 15 a piece. Wow, just crazy. Yeah, so it was the Coca-Cola nose is what we saw. For 50 ETH, 17 hours ago, Coca-Cola nose going for sale. So Tom Sachs project becoming one of those things that, if you missed out on, it really is painful to look at and watch these people turn around and make, $100,000 flipping these things. But it is definitely a notable project, and it's going to stick around, and I'm very excited for it. Curio cards, saw last night somebody came through and bought $1.5 million worth of Curio cards. Again, it's part of history. It's old. It's art. And it's a kind of just a reference to the time of when we started in 2017. Bored Ape Kennel Club seen a spike. Also regret selling my dog. Floor at 2.4. Cool Cats floor at 1.39. We saw this as high as 1.5 yesterday. V-Friends floor at 6.8, even up more. I mean, everything's up. Everything is up right now. I've never seen money flowing like I am right now. Stoner Cats just chilling where it was. Nothing much happening there. Gutter Cat Gang floor at 2.75. Floor is just ripping there. I mean, you're dumb if you don't have money in the market right now is kind of how it feels. Punk's Comic holding still, nothing too crazy happening there. I think as we get to the end of the burn period, we'll see some festivities and fireworks. Pegs still at the same place I've seen. Damien Hirst pulling back to 3.15. Wicked Cranium's not doing too much, still sitting at 0.3. Rumble Kong League still at 0.22. Let's see. Ghost starting to see a little bit of action here, run up 3.95. This could be kind of the next area that we see, I think, money flow into. At 4, it doesn't seem too crazy to me. We've been sitting there for some time. We can pull that up and just look at the price chart to get an idea. I think it's been just kind of chilling around there. So we haven't seen any huge buy-ups since, we saw in the middle of July. And then we're kind of just chilling. Some volume starting to come in. We could very easily see this rip to 5 to 10 ETH in that range, just bumping up and money starting to come in. So let's look real quick at activity. Not seeing anybody do anything too crazy right now. It does look like some people are picking away at the low 3 stuff. Will be interesting to see if we see the money fly into Ghosts. Let's see here. Another big thing that we saw yesterday happening was the Bored Ape Yacht Club Honorary members. We saw a lot of people such as, look, these are all notable people. Archick, we had, I think Beanie got one. I think, so Rat got one. Deez has one. It's great. It's great to see like them giving back. Oh, there's a Kobe one right there. Love it. It's one of those things where like I love it that there are notable people in the community getting rewarded. But are these people like supporting the project? Are these people like all about it? I did see some people turn around and sell theirs, and that one to be gifted something and then turn around and just flip it. Definitely seems like not the right thing to do. I'm trying to remember who sold theirs yesterday, and it got a lot of hate from the community. But just know that this is happening. Like, you can take whatever stance you want to take on it. There are notable people in the community. I wouldn't complain if I got one. And it's exciting though, like to see so much hype around being an honorary Bored Ape member. On top of that, the normal Bored Apes right now absolutely blowing up. Floor is just below 15, so we're 2 away from 15. I think this morning we did actually see the floor touch 15. So there's not a lot of resistance at 15. If we break through and we see more kind of buy pressure come in, this going to 20 isn't out of question in my opinion. The recent buys that we're seeing are everywhere. We're seeing what? Here's a 200 ETH sale come in, 20 ETH sale, 31, 40. They're everywhere. Like, we're just seeing there is no like price sensitivity where it's only buys happening at the floor. There are buys happening at every single price point right now. And I think that's kind of like the Meebit kind of vibe right now. Meebits, the floor now back to mint price. If you had those diamond hands, you're back just at mint price right now. Seeing those volume and price spikes. We're seeing buying at the pig level, the hoodie level, the robot level, 3D glasses level. Meebits are back. We're likely going to see them be the next big kind of like run up. They haven't got that same appreciation as Punks did, and they're another high quality Larva Labs project. Watching Art Blocks, the one thing I'll know of Art Blocks, if you're watching right now, is that the Playground and Factory have not appreciated as much as the Curated. And I think there's very high quality projects that are within the Factory and the Playground. And we'll likely see those 10x, some of those that are highly sought after, highly viewed as, the best looking, and things that are like, hey, that ought to be in Curated, or it is curated quality. So I'd go through there, find projects that you think are beautiful, and maybe not a horrible idea to put some money into them. Looking through, so the normal stuff happening with Curated. We've talked about the Tom Sachs stuff. I think this project is going to get ridiculously priced. Like, if you're holding pieces, if you just keep holding, or at least in the kind of environment we're in now, these rockets are with at least 15 completed, which is really exciting. The Cool Cats, yesterday seeing these absolutely blow up with price and volume. With Bored Ape Yacht Club becoming so expensive, many people are turning to say, what is the next project to become Bored Ape Yacht Club? And so I think Cool Cats being like one of those projects that people are like, hey, this has the potential to go and become a 3 to 10 ETH kind of floor project. So we'll see if this continues over the next 24 hours. Does this floor continue to rise? Or was it just a spike and then we're going to cool off a little bit? With Twin Flames, the floor is still sitting at 60. However, we did see yesterday that 69 sale come through. I think it's going to be kind of a waiting game now. A lot of these have been scooped up and acquired. And now we're kind of in a, there's only 6, I think, until 100 ETH floor. Is more money going to come in? Are more people going to buy these up at those prices? The last project I'll note, it's interesting. A lot of people, if you're wondering, like, how do I find projects? How do I find new things? You ought to go in spaces at like late night. The spaces during the day are good as well, but I seem to find that late night Twitter spaces, people are just spouting alpha. There are a lot of like, hive minds for people who are, hey, I found this. What do we think? Oh, we like it. And they ape in. Last night, jumping into a Twitter space of Lee and them absolutely annihilating the floor on these penguins. They really like the penguins. I like the penguins. I think the floor was like 0.1, and now the floor is 0.5 for the eggs on the head. People like the eggs on the head. So Pudgy Penguins being a project that, I didn't know about, and then all of a sudden just popped up because of a Twitter space. On Punk's floor now at 40. It's insane. The last couple hours, or at least the last 24 hours, again, just being insanity on the floor. People just coming in, scooping up as much as possible. We have seen some of these DAOs form that are just picking apart and buying things up. So I think we're on our way to 100 ETH floor. I really do believe that that's kind of the direction we're going right now. And a lot of these are going to be picked up and they'll never go for sale again, at least within the next couple years. I think a lot of these are just getting scooped and handed into vaults. Stuff that you could have picked up for 40 is now going for double. So like yesterday I said we had that VR hoodie go. Within the last 24 hours, had a ton of pigtails go for sale. We've had a couple green hairs, clown hairs go for sale. Got a bucktooth that just went for sale 4 minutes ago. Cowboy, frowns, wild whites, a top hat for $125, a hoodie for $239. VR is getting picked apart. Like VR is just getting slammed this morning. It looks like. Everything's just getting bought up, and we're likely starting to see price points where the normal person, even if they are flipping stuff, are priced out of punks now. To get something that you really like and think looks cool is going to cost you, close to 100 ETH. And if you want something that's really special, you're on your way to 200 ETH very quickly. It is hard to watch as somebody who doesn't own a punk. I'm very happy for the people who do. I'm very happy for the people that have their exposure. It's an exciting time for sure to see all this playing out. But yeah, punks are way up, 40 ETH floor, everybody. The other thing that we see up today is Ethereum, like I noted, with 1559 and the London hard fork going into effect. Over the last 24 hours, seeing a 3% increase on Ethereum, and over the last 7 days, a 20% increase. If you're betting against Ethereum right now, you're losing. Bitcoin kind of floundering still, just under 40,000. Will be interesting to see if Ethereum gets to 3,000. And then we'll kind of be stuck at these two kind of hard numbers for Bitcoin and Ethereum, where you have Bitcoin at 40 and Ethereum at 3. The rest of the market is kind of just, floundering. Not a lot going on. It's just Ethereum this morning with that announcement. We'll see if Ethereum holds or if we have a blowout and we see that rip up to 3. But I don't see a lot of FUD right now. All I see is bullish for Ethereum. And, it's exciting. There's been a lot of exciting things that have been happening the last couple of days. A lot of celebrities are starting to get into the space. I know Eric Andre was, talking to some people. I know NFT Culture had Carol Baskin on the show because of the cat project that they were talking about. Just crazy, weird, parallel universe kind of type stuff happening that I think a lot of us were never expecting 6 months ago. So it's really exciting. I hope everybody's doing well, enjoying their mornings. And if you guys have anything that is a question or feedback or comments, let me know below. Continue to put out some information. And thank you to everybody who joined the photography Twitter space yesterday. That was really fun. Got to meet a lot of people, a lot of cool stuff coming. I'm very bullish on photography NFTs right now. And I encourage everybody, like, I cover only OpenSea right now, but we're going to try to pull in some of those foundation projects. Like, you should go educate yourself on what is carpoolers, educate yourself on what is the Chimoto stuff on Rarible. Those are important projects that just happen not to be on OpenSea, that that are worth knowing about. Guys, with that said, that is today's show for August 5th, Thursday. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Enjoy your Thursday afternoons, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.